Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Georgia's offense has the ball first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the snap. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
So Kentucky's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Leaves it with the running back. The pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Caught behind the line. It's Cook. It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Has to get there to move the sticks. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Kentucky right back to the line.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
Want to set the tone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Punt is on its way. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cook. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab deep. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Cook. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Fires to the right. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much as the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys.
He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Now adjusting. He'll take another shot here. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Hard running there. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Motion from the back. Now from inside the red zone. Flips it out in the flat. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Kentucky going quickly.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Kentucky sends out the punting unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Davis. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. A turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Blunt. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Kentucky right back to the line. To the air on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball.
Turning it on. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Oh, he wants it all. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They've got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They booted away. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Hobbs. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Snagged out of the air. Right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes it past the marker. At midfield, he's got room. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Dogs!
This guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
On the option. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the RPO, complete. At the 45, on his way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Kentucky sent out the punting unit.
Brings up 4th down.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again, or would you say, hey, keep it, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll run it out of the shotgun. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Leaves it with the back. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Snap it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Makes the quick grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's second and long. They'll go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Looks it in at the 40. He's got great speed. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Marches ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're
toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Fresno State Bulldogs. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas State's offense will have the football first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Back to pass, it's Stewart. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge.
Breaks into the open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Touchdown, Fresno State, and they strike first. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The give to the left side. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy, physical, get a big gain.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Woodside. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fresno State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Utah is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Utes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off the boot, looking for his man. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. Inside the 35. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Fresno State moving it quickly down. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the end.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. He'll try it again. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Maybe open it up for the passing.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah,
and the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Crosses the 35. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense working from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Duggan. Got some room to run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Texas State, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Stewart. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Bobcats want to crank the tempo. Back to pass on second down. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
The Bobcats send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking the shot. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he's going to bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice game.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Bulldogs are rolling down the field. And off from the shotgun. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. On the run, it's Woodside. There he goes. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside gift. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Fresno State 42, Texas State 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Back to throw, it's Stewart. Fires to the big fella. Ripping through the defense. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking downfield on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. A little screen to the running back. And they're able to get him down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Here comes the heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. At the 35, he's got room. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gives it on the option. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. It's a draw. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll go to the toss. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty...
Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bring in the heat. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Stewart. They're working that left side. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Motion from the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Wide open spaces. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Bobcats are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll give it to the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Wow, just shedding tackles. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Creates a little room. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Gonna run it. It's Woodside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.